right, sorry about that. I don't know what happened here. Okay, so I don't know what part we were on. I mean, I guess we just restarted maybe. Hi, I'm Uyen, and I'm here with RB Studio. Today we're making our own crackers and some dip as well. Try to keep my cat away from a cucumber that he has gotten to. My cat's weird, he loves cucumbers. Alright, so we'll go over the ingredients again. All-purpose flour. There we go. We need 3 cups of that. Right here into a bowl. Get your measuring cups out. We need 2 teaspoons of sugar. And if you're just joining us right now, please preheat your oven to 450 Fahrenheit, and make sure that your rack is like pretty like on the lower shelf of it there. So we got 1 cup. I mean, not cup. Teaspoon. Okay, somebody just messaged me that we're not live anymore, but we are live. I am back. So I don't know what happened. I think my phone, I had my phone like horizontal, and it kept saying like I wasn't going to be. It didn't like that, so I guess it turned me off. Well, Facebook, you gotta really see. All right, and then we also want, here we go, get some salt. I have just enough. So that's 2 teaspoons of salt. And then we want 4 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil. So here we go. Like I said, mentioned before, that I got this from the dollar store. Lots of good ingredients can be bought there, especially if you want something just small like this. Also super cute. So we want 4 tablespoons. That's a big tablespoon. We want 4 of that. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, and 4. All right. And so our recipe's almost done, and then it calls for 1 cup of water. I like to use cold water as opposed to hot. So get all these bubbles out of the way so I can see. So here we go. My spatula, and just really mix it in. You want the consistency of like wet, but not like really wet. And if you have a little dough at the bottom, after you combine all of it, add 1 teaspoon of water at a time and see if you can get all of that in. Oh, very nice. Here we go. I may have to chase my cat off of here in a bit. If you see that happening, it's just me chasing my cat. Right, so here I am. See, I have a little dough here at the bottom. So I'll try to get it all together. But if not, then I will use a little teaspoon of water and just to get it going. So I'm going to flour the surface here. Well, also, that reminds me, take your baking pan here, the one that you're going to use to bake your crackers, and just sprinkle a little bit of flour on there, and we'll set that aside and get that ready. But in the meantime, I will also sprinkle this over here. Oh, that's a lot. And let's see if I can get this going here. So you just want right now just to get it all together into one, to make sure that it's all sticky, just all really in there. There we go. So my dough feels like it's together, but it's not sticky. My hands are pretty clean. It's just the best kind of dough, you know. Not like the really super sticky one. I do not like working with that dough. So my counter's kind of tall. Either or I'm kind of short, but I'm on my tip to like really putting effort into this. I'm sure if you're of you know, if your counter's a regular height or if you are taller than me, then that wouldn't be an issue. Okay, so my dough seems pretty good. Okay, so next, what we want to do is this thing, dough cutter, as I've learned as what that is. So I've got my dough cutter and my oven's still on. So I'm just going to, you're going to cut this in half. So we're going to do this in 2 batches. Okay. So then you take this dough and you want to make it into a nice thick square. Well, you know, like I have a little issue with making it into a square because I, for some reason, can't really do it. I've never had such practice with it. So there's a pattern to thick squares. Mine looks more like a flat pancake. So what we're going to do, this dough over here, just gonna set it aside. Trying to make mine as square as possible. Because we're gonna take a rolling pin, my super duper heavy one, and we're gonna roll this into a rectangle. It's super thin. It calls for an eighth of an inch or thinner. So I mean that's quite thin. But I mean I guess you can make your crackers as thin as you want. Just note that if it's longer, if it's thicker, then it needs to probably cook a little bit longer and it won't be as crispy. Here we go. If you feel that your dough is springing back when you are rolling it, then let it sit for about 5 minutes uncovered. Just let it rest. My dough seems to be not doing that, so it seems to be okay. So I'm just gonna roll this out lengthwise first. Oh yeah, just as I was saying before, I got cut off the first time there. You know, we don't get a lot of people making their own crackers. I watch a lot of cooking shows, especially right now I'm watching the MasterChef Australia, and they're always making their own crackers, and I'm always quite very amazed by that. So I thought, you know, this New Year's we'll have some nice crackers, like homemade crackers, and you know, some homemade dip, and well, people can't be angry about that unless your crackers are burnt. So we'll keep an close eye on them. So I'm going. Those of you who've watched me before in my previous cooking journeys, me and the rolling pin, we just don't really get along. But today seems to be okay. It's going. You know, I think we're beginning to be better friends this year. I've also taken that stick that goes in here. You know how people have that? I think that was probably the problem. So this one seems to be a lot better. So mine's just still very little thick towards the end here. Just gonna roll it out, roll it out, roll it out. And if you don't have a rolling pin, what I've used before is any bottles, you know, like old wine bottles you have laying about. maybe just some really big wooden sticks. That is good as well. Those ones for sure you should flour them before you roll them, because they do tend to stick a lot more than this marble one. Okay, so mine seems to be a little, I'm still not very happy with this over here. Alright, so here we go. Woohoo! Alright. So next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to fill this with a little water. I'm just going to brush water on top of that. I think that's keeps it quite crispy in the oven as well. So just a little silicone brush, and it's just water, and we're just going to lightly water it. Lightly put water on top of it. And you know, this is just like, for me it sounds like just like a basic dough that you can use for a lot of things, which is pretty good. All right, there's my water. All right, now here comes the toppings. So basically, you know, do you want like I guess a sweet cracker? You can put some cinnamon, perhaps. It'd be kind of hard to dip, but you know, just regular salt and pepper is also really good. What I have here today is everything bagel seasoning. So I've got a spoon so I can mix this up. But usually I would just use my hands, but I just want to get the black sesame seed, or I don't really know what's in here, but I guess everything. But just from sight alone, I see a little garlic and black sesame, salt. You know, and also you can make it like spicy if you want. You have like chili powder. I'll be serving this to some kids tomorrow, so I don't want to make it too spicy, and some of my guests can't really handle the spice, so we'll just kind of leave that as is. So here's the, so here we go. We have, you can see that, but so here's this. I'm seasoning it. So this first one I'm gonna make is everything bagel. There we go. You know, I also have, you know, thyme, rosemary. Oh, rosemary crackers will be very good. You know, just a lot of things. Okay, and then what we want to do next is we're going to cut it. I use my dough cutter. Some people use a knife. If you have pizza cutter, that works wonders as well. Or so they say, because I've never made crackers, so we'll see. So let's see. I'm just gonna give this a good cut. Oh, cut quite easily. So you cut it any shapes you want. I'm gonna have mine to go with dip, so maybe I'll make mine a little bit long, but more like rectangle, so they can dip, but not too long where they feel the need to double dip. You know, just enough so it's like one kind of crack, like one bite with one dip kind of thing. Okay. And then, so because of that, I'll cut this right down the middle. Now you could choose to do this right onto your baking pan. But I had a hard time cutting stuff on the baking pan, so that's why I opted to do this here instead, and transfer it to my baking pan afterwards, which is very doable as well. There we go. This little thing is actually really easy to use, and it's really convenient. I really enjoy it. I need to find more things to use this to cut with, I think. Anyway, so let me see. I'll cut this into like thirds. But yeah, look how easy that is. You know what? I don't like, because it's not a real knife. Because it's not a knife. I don't think it's marking up my counter, but let's hope. So the last thing, oh, oven's ready just in time. So last thing we want to do is we want to fork it. So this will kind of keep it from puffing up. Here we go. I am forking all of this. There we go. You can go in a nice pattern. I'm just going wherever. There we go. There we go. I feel like I should get 2 forks and do this at once. And I'll show you another reason why I chose to cut this on the counter instead of on the cutting sheet itself. Just like when we transfer it, I can lay it out how I want it, rather than when I'm cutting it right on there. I have a hard time removing it, and also the lip of the pan makes it hard to cut. All right, so pan over here. Let's put this down. And now we'll just put the crackers onto the pan. This could be quite tedious job here. Sorry, there's no fast forward motion. This one needs a little bit more seasoning here. Oh, on my camera, there we go. You can add a little bit more seasoning as you go. But anyway, here we go. Cracker on. Oh, you know what? This one probably needs a little bit more as well. So you could do that as you go. So, here we go. So as you can see, I'm just laying it onto my floured pan. I separate them so I know that they will cook nice and crispy. Here we go. Pretty excited to try these. As you can see, so some of them I'm putting a little bit more seasoning as I go, because they. There we go. There we go. Almost there. If you're ahead of me and you're done, just put them in the oven for 12 minutes. Oh. Or until they're brown around the edges. So just keep an eye out on them. But usually, I think, is it between 12 and 15? So maybe if you, after 12 minutes and your crackers aren't crispy enough, then leave it in for another 3 minutes. And if they are way too crispy, then for your next batch, just do it a little bit less. All of our ovens are quite different, so you know, mine works for 12 minutes, and I'm not sure. That doesn't mean that, you know, somebody else is gonna work something else. I'm trying to find space in here. And then I need one more space for this big guy over here. Another triangle, please. All right. Last minute more seasoning. Here we go. Everything's all nice and forked. All right, into the oven. Number on the bottom or bottom row. Timer on for 12 minutes. And now let's get ready onto our dips. So first, let's clean off our counter because we like to work in clean settings here. I'll just push it off to the side. So we're gonna make two pretty easy dips. I'm just gonna put this in here and cover that a little bit back up here. That's where my second dough is. I'll make that later. So this first dip, let's grab a bowl. grab a glass so you can see. Perfect. So we'll also need some garlic. Alright, so just getting ready for our dip, our first one. So while that's cooking, we can make our dip. The first one we're going to make is, you know, that it comes with many names, but for me it's more like a cheddar bacon kind of dip. It's people are gonna love it. That's all I gotta say. So let's get a little ladle. I had like a little special. You know, let's get just this one. So I am using a lot of Greek yogurt today for dips. It's healthier and also a lot more. You get your protein in here. Like this one for a 3/4 cup is 17 grams of protein, just because it's a Greek yogurt. So and a big tub like this can make multiple dips as well. So here's my Greek yogurt. So this first one, we're going to use some, and the best thing about dips is you can always add, and oh, hi Clint. No, I'm not making ice cream. I'm making dips. Thank you for joining us, but we just made some crackers, and now I'm making dip for the crackers. So here's our Greek yogurt, nice and thick, super. So I just put that in a bowl. Oh, yeah, so the best thing about making dips is, you know, you can just kind of taste, do a little bit and then taste as needed, which is also like really good. So, you know, here's a little Greek yogurt. This one also has, I also bought this. Just promoting great. This is sour cream. It's not cream cheese. With a spoon. So we want to mix that in as well. Just a wee bit, just for a little creaminess for this one. This little paw that you see is my cat. He thinks I'm feeding him something, but we're not going to feed him anything. All right, so mix it up. So this is Greek yogurt and cream cheese in here. Oh, look how smooth that's going. Just plain cream cheese and plain Greek yogurt. I'm sure. Okay, here we go. I also have this, which I also got from the dollar store, so very accessible. For a dollar, I got some bacon flavored bits. Now, if you want to make your own bacon bits, that's perfectly fine too. I just didn't think anybody wanted to watch me fry bacon live. That would be a lot of me screaming. Well, I mean, I guess I could put it in my air fryer. Okay, so next up with this dip, put some bacon bits in. There we go. Bacon bits, simulated bacon bits, real bacon, pork belly that you fried up. Anything's really good. Of course, I got cream cheese all over this now. Let's get this one so we can get a little bit more. Because, you know, you can't have too much bacon bits. Oh, I hit the cheddar for my cat, so got some cheese here. It's really fine cheese grater. It's a zester, actually. Sometimes I like to use it for cheese. Let's just get this cheese open up. So if you don't know this dip, now you have something new that you can have. All right, here we go. just gonna cut a little bit of cheese that we need. This is just a cheddar. Cheddar is really great for this dip. It just adds that little bit of a bite to it. All right, I'm just gonna grate it here. Fine cheese. Look at that. Ooh. Cheese is in. And some black pepper. Okay. And then we need some salt, but let's taste it first to see how this tastes. Trying to get all this bacon off this. Wow, that's really good. Also, my first time making this dip, so I'm a cheesy person, so I'm gonna add a little bit more cheese. Even though that cream cheese is quite smooth, and the Greek yogurt is really, really good. A lot of the other recipes call for either mayonnaise or like just a really big tub of cream cheese rather than me just mixing it here with the Greek yogurt. But the addition of the Greek yogurt is actually really, really good. A little bit of salt for taste. And next, what we need is some green onions, just to put on top. Just put on top here. I have some growing, just in my oven, just in my fridge here. So, yay me! So we can just snip some. Give this a good wash. Oh, you know what? This is like eating like a loaded potato with all the toppings. Is that what it's called? Like the loaded potato? Anyway, let's just give this a good wash. I'm just getting a paper towel, so I'm off camera here. Just to clean this up. Checking out. Oh. Just check the oven. We've got 4 minutes left. Just seeing how that's going. Looking amazing. Alright. Choose our green onions. Take out the brown parts or the top there. You always find green onions with the top there. Sometimes they go a little bit brown and it's not what we want. Put as much or as little green onions if you want. Here you go. Ta-da. One dip down, one more to go. When our crackers come out, we're definitely going to try this dip with it. Let's move this aside. Our next one, which we can do, quite simple as well, is the tzatziki sauce. Well, I guess dip. So again, we want this one here is just, the base is just all Greek yogurt. Here we go. Put some in. If you have a fresh lemon, have that ready as well. I didn't have any in my house, but I do have some lemon juice. So we'll give that a try and see how that will work. Just moving all this cheddar out. Okay, so what we do need is a cucumber. Cheese. Let me just bring mine here. My cucumber, unfortunately, became a victim to my cat. My cat loves to eat this, so I'm gonna slice this up for him later. But we will not be using this. So we want to cut a little bit of the cucumber. You don't need to. Oh, I think the oven's ready. We might take that out. But you don't need to peel it. Just keep it on. But we do need to take the seeds out. So let's just grab a garbage bowl over here. Just gonna check on the crackers. Oh, got 40 seconds. But I'll just take all the seeds out in a garbage bowl here. So if you don't have a garbage handy, or if you're doing a live show like I am and you just want something easy for you without having to go to the garbage every time, having a garbage bowl is pretty good. So here I am taking out garbage. Take the seeds out. Just taking the seeds out. Just putting in this. Oh, it's on my shirt. Oh, more's on my shirt. All right. Oh, let's check. Let's check on our crackers. Oh. Let's check. Let's take a look. We've got to take it out. Oh, yes. Oh, it smells amazing. Look at our crackers. So I'll just leave it here to cool off a little bit while we make our dip. And then we will continue on. So what we want to do is to get a little bowl. And, well, actually, I guess I need a little bowl because I have this grater. So we're going to use this grater. And we're going to grate the cucumber without the seeds. There we go. Great, great. Cucumber smells so fresh. Cucumber water is also really good. Garbage. Let's do some more. What else do you do with cucumber? I usually like to put it in my sandwiches sometimes. Growing up, this is like Vietnamese kind of meat that we have, and cucumber will go in there, or make cucumber sandwiches. They're also really good as well. But this just smells so nice and fresh. The one thing I do not like is warm cucumber. People who cook up their cucumber, grill their cucumbers, like no. That's like eating noodles and somebody throwing in lettuce. It's like, warm lettuce, worse. All right, so take out that part there. I don't need. So here's our cucumber. Now do not just throw this in. You have to squeeze out all the juice. If you have a cheesecloth, please use so. I do not have one, but I do have this bowl. So I'm going to squeeze it with all my might. All this water out. Oh, there we go. Cucumber juice, that'd be good. All right, there we go. Squeezing, squeezing, squeezing. My squeeze face. Okay. You know, it just keeps, the liquid keeps on coming out. So keep squeezing till pretty much all the liquid's gone. Throw into the bowl of yours, your dip bowl. I got some more here that I'm just gonna squeeze a little bit more. A little bit more. All right. Put this aside. Just gonna wash my hands full of cucumber bits here. Oh, the crackers are really really nice, like really nice and brown. We'll take a look at this later. Next up is we want 2 garlic. 1, 2. That's a little garlic thing also from the dollar store. And we just want to peel that. And if you have a garlic press, which I will be using, please do so. If you do not have a garlic press, then please mince your garlic. Like really mince them. Okay, so here we go. Oh. So we're just peeling the garlic here. Not that you need to see me peel garlic, but I thought it was just a little weird that my hands were just a little bit left out here. So anyway, here we go. Take the ends off, both ends. My garlic press is one of my favorite tools. I've also used it to press shallots, which I eat a lot as well. But you know, something that you want just really minced, really tiny, really fast. Get a garlic press. You will not be disappointed. Now I have 3 cloves in here. It is going to be quite hard to press this, but we will attempt it. So just right over, right into your dip bowl. Who needs the gym when you can just press garlic all day long, huh? Anyways, here we go. Look how minced that garlic is. Perfect. I also love garlic. My friend taught me this recipe where I eat garlic, but just put fresh garlic like this, mince them right into fresh. It's gonna be fresh, maybe like mozzarella cheese, and I just have it just as a topping on my pizza. Eat with crackers, in my salad, just everything, and it just has that really nice bite to it. And it's not just like cheesy mozzarella, but it really adds a depth of flavor to the cheese. All right, so I'm just getting the rest of it out. Okay. And now you have lemon. Squeeze in a teaspoon of your lemon. I don't have, so I'm just gonna eyeball this. Like I said, the best thing about dip is you can always adjust to what you need. And keep in mind, like the crackers that I made are quite savory. I mean, everything bagel is quite salty, the toppings. So I'm not going to be looking at adding that much punch, like oomph, to my dip. A little salt, because we can't go wrong with salt and pepper. All right, let's give this a good mix. Those of you who can hear my cat, that's just him thinking that he can eat this. He can't. All right, here we go. So there's garlic in here, Greek yogurt, cucumber, lemon juice, and a pinch of salt. All right, let's have a taste. I feel good. I just ate a bit of garlic and it's really yummy. And there you have it. 2 easy to make dips. Also using Greek yogurt, add that protein. So hopefully you enjoy that. And if you make it, let me know. Let me know how it tastes. You know what? Let's get our crackers and let's eat a little bit in here. Some crackers, one of each. Let's go. Here it is with the tzatziki. Those flavors really go well together. There's a lot of garlic I put in there. But the freshness of the cucumber and the Greek yogurt is just really good. Here's more of a savory one. Remember in here, we've got cream cheese, Greek yogurt, green onions, cheddar, and bacon bits. Let's give this a go. Got some green onions in there. Mmm. That crunch is, that's what you want for your cracker. Really nice, crunchy, really good dip. You can probably bake this dip as well. You can eat this warm. I don't see why that isn't a thing. Then your cheese could be really nice and just oozy. Really nice warm dip. Nice cold dip. Eat this one cold and warm. It really does taste like that totally loaded potato kind of dip. So that's it for us. Thank you very much for joining Artbeat again with our annual live over the holidays series. Hope you enjoyed all of it, starting from from the poetry to today's cooking. As you know, creative expression comes in all sorts of ways, wherever it is for you to be creative, stay focused, be mindful, and let's ring in the new year with some crackers and dip. All right. Well, we'll see you in the new year.